My dear students of honor second year, belonging to all the disciplines of Dhaka College and other institutions of Bangladesh, this is Rajiv Roy. I am a lecturer of the Department of English at Dhaka College. I am here to conduct a lecture on right forms of verb, an important grammatical segment for your non-major English course. And before this one, that means excluding today's class, I conducted another two classes on right forms of verb. And because of two classes, I was able to complete 13 rules and regulations related to right forms of verb. I'd like to give you some more information about the rules and regulations of right forms of verb. So my dear students, I'm going to start our third lecture on right forms of verb. And in the meanwhile, I'm sure you have tried your level best to get the benefit from these rules and regulations, and you are taking the advantages of these live classes because you are enjoying these live classes by staying at home. So my dear students, let us start rule number 14, as I have completed up to rule number 13 in my last two classes conducted on right forms of verb. So my dear students, let us start with rule number 14 of the rules and regulations related to right forms of verb. So rule number 14, my dear students. Rule number 14. At first I'd like to give you some examples, and after giving examples, I will tell you why the answer is that or this one. Why the answer is this one or that one. Okay. Look at rule number 14 of right forms of verb. At first, I am going to give you some examples. Then I will tell you the rule and regulation. Okay. What is the example here? The example is, one of my cousins be a lawyer. What should be the answer? Look at the board. My dear students, one of my cousins be a lawyer. What should be the answer? I'm going to give you some options. Am, is, are. Yes. After one of, the noun or pronoun will be plural. The noun or pronoun used after one of will be plural, but the verb will be singular. So, if you get any use of one of at the beginning of a sentence, at the beginning of an English sentence, and after this one of, you have to use plural noun or plural pronoun, and after this plural noun or pronoun, you have to use singular verb. So what should be the answer? One of my cousins is a lawyer. This is the example, and now I'd like to give you the solution. Why is the answer is? Why is the answer is? And the answer has become is because of one of. Okay, there are some other words like one of, and all these words maintain the same grammatical rule. Look at the board. Look at each, every, one, either or either, neither or neither. Look at, my dear students, look at the board. Each, every, one, either, neither. These are actually called distributive pronouns. These are actually called distributive pronouns. from these pronoun in 33rd BCS. In 33rd BCS preliminary exam, a question was given depending on rule number 14 of right forms of verb. Okay, so it is really important for you. Each, every, one, either, neither, these 5 words are simply known as distributive pronoun. If you get any use of, look at each of, every of, one of, either of, neither of. If you get any use of after these distributive pronouns, definitely the following noun and pronoun, definitely the noun and pronoun will be plural. That's why I have written plural noun or pronoun. Is it clear to you? After each of, every of, one of, either of, neither of, the noun and pronoun will be plural. But our main focusing point is we have to use singular verb. My dear students, look at the rule, look at the board. The rule is written here. Okay, each of, every of, one of, either of, neither of, after this of, plural noun or pronoun will be used, then the verb will be singular. This is very, very important. This is very, very important, my dear students. Now I'd like to give you another example of rule number 14. Dear students, I'd like to give you another example of rule number 14 and try to understand me. Okay, each, okay, this is a rule of right forms of verb. Now I am going to give you a correction. I am going to give you an example of correction related to rule number 14. Okay, I will give you 4 options and you are requested to find out one of these 4 options. Okay, look at the board. My question is, which of the following sentences is not look at the question, which of the following sentences is not incorrect? Is not incorrect. Okay, so you have to find out the correct answer. Option A, each of the sun has come. Example, option number 1, my dear students. Dear students, look at the board. B, each of the sons have come. Option C, each of the son have come. Option D, each of the sons has come. Which one is the correct answer? Which one is the correct answer, my dear students? Each of the son has come, each of the sons have come, each of the son have come, each of the sons has come. Which one is the correct answer, my dear students? Are you getting it difficult? Are you getting it difficult, my dear students? I don't think so. The rule is really easy to understand. This is distributive pronoun. This is of. If you get of after each, every, either, neither, one, the noun will be plural. This one is singular, we cannot take it. This one is plural, we can take it. This one is singular, we cannot take it. This one is plural. So these two options cannot be taken. So we have two options in our hand, B and D. I have told you that after distributive pronoun, if you get any use of, the noun and pronoun will be plural and the verb will be singular. We have to look for the singular verb. This verb is plural, this one is singular. The correct option is D. Each of the sons has come. Is it clear to you, my dear students? I hope so. I have completed rule number 14. My dear students, can I start rule number 15? Yes, I'd like to. Look at the board. Now it is our turn to learn rule number 15 of the rules regarding right forms of verb. Okay? Rule number 15. Do you have any conception regarding subject of a sentence? Look at the board. At first, I am going to give you an example. My father is honest. What is the subject of the sentence? My father. What is the verb? Is. Mitu and Jeba. Look at. Here, two nouns have been connected. Here, two nouns have been connected with the help of and. Here, two nouns have been connected with the help of and. This Mitu and Jeba. This with Mitu and Jeba, I have created a compound subject. I have created a compound subject. A compound subject is created by adding two nouns connected with the help of and. So I can say Mitu and Jeba is a compound subject. There is a rule, if you get any compound subject, if you get any use of compound subject in a sentence, this compound subject becomes plural. This compound subject becomes plural, and according to the rule of subject-verb agreement, if the subject is singular, verb will be singular. If the subject is plural, verb will be plural. In this case, Mitu and Jeba is a plural subject. That's why we need to use plural verb. For example, Mitu and Jeba be friends. What should be the answer, dear students? Mitu and Jeba be friends. Mitu and Jeba are friends. This is not my ultimate target here. My target is to make you understand compound subject. And after learning about compound subject, I will teach you one important rule of right form of verb. I think compound subject is clear to you. Look at another example. She is good. Can I say? I am a teacher. These all are correct. But if I say, my father is honest, my father is singular, verb is singular. Mitu and Jeba are friends, Mitu and Jeba plural, verb is plural. She is good, she plural, the verb is plural. I is the subject of the sentence. This I is singular, that's why I have used am as the singular verb. But there was a target of writing these examples. And what is the target? Now I am going to expressing the target for you. Look at the board. She and I willing to go. What should be the answer, dear student? She and I dash willing to go. Am, is, are, A plus C. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? She and I dash willing to go. What is the subject of the sentence? Is the subject she or is the subject I? Or the subject is she and I? What do you think? The subject is one student has made a mistake here. The subject is she and I. It has become a compound subject, and we know that a compound subject becomes plural. So we have to take plural verb. What should be the answer? She and I are willing to go. Actually, this is not my target. I want to say something else. I want to say something else for rule number 15. In order to understand rule number 15, this conception of compound subject is important. A compound subject is created by combining two nouns and pronoun with the help of and. Okay. Now I'd like to give you some pairs. Look at the board, and we have to calculate whether these compound words are singular meaning or singular or plural. There are some words, there are some compound subjects in English. If you get these compound subjects as the subject of English sentences, what should be, which number should we use in the verb, singular or plural? Okay, look at the board. Now I'm going to give you an example related to rule number 15. Look at the board. Bread and butter. Bread and butter is a compound subject, but there is something else behind this. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. The horse and the carriage. Okay. Bread and butter, slow and steady, and the horse and the carriage. Look at please. If you get these compound subjects, if you get this compound subject used in the subject of English sentences, the verb must be singular. Look at please. After these compound subjects, the verb usually should be in singular form. Okay. Verb will be singular after these compound subjects. My dear students, verb will be singular after these compound subjects. Okay. Now I'd like to give you an example. Bread and butter, in the bracket B, difficult to earn, bread and butter, in the bracket B, difficult to earn nowadays. What should be the answer? Bread and butter, in the bracket we have B, that is amiser, difficult to earn nowadays. What should be the answer? Example number 2. slow and steady, win the race. What should be the answer? Bread and butter is or am or are difficult to earn nowadays. The second example is slow and steady win the race or wins the race. Bread and butter works as singular subject. That's why we have to use is. Bread and butter is difficult to earn nowadays. Slow and steady. This slow and steady works as third person singular. That's why we have to use slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Is rule number 15 clear to you, my dear students? I think so. Now, another rule for you, and that is rule number 16. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an example for rule number 16. At first, you are requested to try by yourselves, and please write your answer in the comment box, and after your writing, I will give you the solution. Okay? Look at the board. It is high time I take decision to complete IELTS. Okay? My dear students, this is an example for rule number 16. There is a question in the comment box. There is a question in the comment box whether time and tide is a singular subject or plural subject. There is a debate. There is a debate regarding time and tide. But in the examination, in the competitive examinations of Bangladesh, time and tide is used as a plural compound subject. Okay, so it should be time and tide wait for none. The students, time and tide wait for none. Okay, we know a lot. Suppose we know a lot, but we will not take risk to lose marks in the exam. In Bangladesh, usually time and tide is used as plural subject. So we should use time and tide wait for none. Actually, there is a debate regarding this rule. It is high time. I take decision to complete IELTS. Another example for you. I fancy I start sleeping. What should be the answer, dear students? What should be the answer, dear students? It is high time I take decision or took decision or taken decision. I fancy I start sleeping. What should be the answer? Okay, I don't know the answer. At first, I am going to tell you the rule and regulation, and after learning about the rule and regulation, you yourselves will take decision which answer is correct. If you get, it is time, it is high time its proper time fancy. It is time, it is item, its proper time fancy. If you get any subject, if you get any subject after these words, if you get any subject after these words, you have to use past form of the verb. Look at the board. If you get it is time, it is item, it is proper time fancy, and if you get any subject after this four, you must have to take past form of the main verb. That means after it is time, it is item, it is proper time, past indefinite tense is normally used. Past indefinite tense, okay? So now let us calculate the answer of the previous two examples. It is high time I take a decision or took a decision. It is high time I took a decision or I took decision to complete IELTS. I fancy I start sleeping or I started sleeping. I fancy I started sleeping. Is it clear to you, my dear students? I think it's clear to you. Look at the board. The answer is written there. Another rule for you today. Rule number 17. Rule number 17, and this is the last rule for today, okay? My dear students, rule number 17. At first, an example should be written on the board, and after the example, you are requested to write your answer in the comment box, and after your answer, I will calculate whether your answer is correct or not. A teacher plays an important role in build up an educated nation. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? A teacher plays an important role in build up an educated nation. What should be the answer? What should be the answer, my dear students? Okay, the answer should be building. Why? Because after preposition we have to put ing with the verb. After preposition we have to put ing with the verb. So our rule number 17 is related to this one. If you get any preposition and after this preposition if you get any verb, you must have to put ing with the verb, okay? So what is the decision? After preposition we have to put ing with the verb. This is rule number 16. My dear students, I don't want to continue anymore today. This is our last English class for you before the Eidul Azha vacation. Hopefully, we will start after 6th of August. So, this is all about right forms of verb for today. There is another class for right forms of verb, and that will be held after the vacation of Eidul Azha. Till then, I would like to have your well-being, and that's why you have to stay at home. And this is all for today. Thank you. Goodbye.